Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about ATIS. What is it? How does it work? And how do we use it as pilots? In the United States, we classify airports into A, B, C, D, and E categories based on airspace. We really only need to focus on towered airports, which means they have and use air traffic control. Those are B, C, and D airports. These are also the airports that will use ATIS. Before we take off, land, or approach at any airport, we need to know information. As pilots, we need to know what airport are we taking off or landing at, what time is it, what runway should we use, how far can we see or our visibility, what's the wind speed and wind direction, what's the weather, and then what's the temperature and dew point spread. All that means is at what temperature are we going to see rain. And this is a lot to take in. It's a lot of information for a pilot to know and to process and to kind of use in his or her piloting of the aircraft. So, as with anything in the aviation world, we can break it down and simplify it just so that it can be quick reference for you while you're in the aircraft. So, let's actually talk about ATIS. ATIS stands for Automatic Terminal Information Service. Automatic is a bit misleading. In most cases, it's going to be recorded by a member of ATC. As pilots, we appreciate that because it means a real person has checked in and made sure the information broadcast is accurate. It is broadcast over the radios in our aircraft, so all the pilot has to do is tune in and listen. As with everything, try to check your work and try to check other people's work, and do it twice to make sure all the information you have is accurate. ATIS is just going to give us all of the information we talked about on the previous slide. It's going to give us the weather, it's going to give us the airport, it's going to give us the visibility, the wind speed, and the temperature dew point spread. So let's see one. You'll hear ATIS every time you're in a plane for taxi, takeoff, landing, and approach. I'm using a short standard form in this example, but be aware that some broadcasts may have extra information tacked on the end, such as birds around the runway or taxi closures. This broadcast is going to go Tacoma Tower, information Alpha, time is 355 Zulu, winds are 310 at 7, visibility 8, overcast at 1,500, temperature is 15, dew point 10, altimeter 3001, runway 35 in use, advise on contact, you have information Alpha. And that's an ATIS transmission and everything you need to know about ATIS. You tune in, you listen, they're all going to go in that order where it starts with the airport and then it tells us the time, the winds, the visibility, the cloud layer, the temperature, the dew point, the altimeter, the runway. As I said earlier, some things may be included on the end, but always listen, tune in, write it down, and listen twice. Listen and listen again before contacting ATC.